Okay, for this walkthrough, you'll just learn some basic editing in Photoshop. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Open, navigate to your desktop, to your Land School file, to your lesson files. You may just have one that says Start, and that's what you're going to open. Click Open. Alright, and then we're going to go to File, Save As, navigate to your Google Drive. You'll go to your BIM folder and to your Photoshop folder. I'm just going to go to my week 7 folder. Just add your name. Oh goodness. Okay, so add your name underscore PS WK underscore 01. So Photoshop walkthrough 1. Okay, and that way you won't get it confused with your other ones. And then we're going to save it and click OK. And you can say don't show me this again as well. Okay, so when you're in Photoshop, you may not be seeing your tools can sit like this or like this. Doesn't matter how you have them. If you want more space, open them and shut them. That's fine. There is the zoom right here. So Z, if you just click Z, it zooms. If you hold the Alt key, it changes it to minus, and then you can roll with your mouse. But again, if you can just use up here and click them as well. Just click your mouse or roll with your mouse. And then again, Z on your keyboard will get you the shortcut to zoom, and then Alt will change it to minus. You can also fit to the screen. We'll use fit to screen a lot. If we don't want that on for this tutorial, or sorry, scrubby zoom. Okay, and if yours is not fit to screen, go ahead and fit yours to your screen. Okay, then we have the windows. So you want to make sure that adjustments is checked, brushes is checked. You can close it. But make sure adjustments is checked so you can see the adjustments over here. Okay, so we're going to click on adjustments. And you're going to go to brightness and contrast. Okay, when you click on brightness and contrast, you can come over here and you can adjust the brightness and contrast by dragging, but you can also type in numbers. And so for this, we want 98 on brightness, and it's going to brighten it up quite a bit. And on contrast, we want 18. So again, you can mess around with this and see what you like better. Personally, I kind of like it better like that. So it's just whatever. Take a second, change your brightness and your contrast on what you want it to have it on, and then go to File, Save. And then you can close this. And we want to make sure that we save as we go. And then you can see another layer showed up here for brightness and contrast. Okay, so now we're going to talk about foreground and background color. So your foreground color may be set to black. So it may look like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to a blue color. So first we need to go over here and turn the ribbon on, because we're going to take the blue from the ribbon. So again, go turn the eye on so you can see the ribbon they've already made for you. Go get the eyedropper and click in there. Okay, so again, you're going to take the eyedropper and click in here, and it's going to get the blue color. Now, it won't get the gradient type fill, but it'll get the blue color that you need. Okay, now you're going to go get your rectangle marquee tool, and you're going to move down about to where, if you look over here, to where the 5 and the 3-inch, that's a good area to start with. And then you're going to make a box that is about 3.5 inches tall and 2.5 inches wide. Okay, so if you see the height, 0.75, and My box is not quite as big as it needs to be, but that's okay. It's just a tutorial. Okay, so once you have your box drawn, if you click off of it, it'll go away. So click on it and it'll come back on again. Okay, so we're gonna go up to new layer and just name this. Name is fine, just name. Okay, and then it doesn't matter if it's above or below the ribbon because it's not going to interfere with the ribbon. Then we're going to go get the paintbrush. So click on your paintbrush tool. Nope, I need to change mine. So, okay, so paintbrush. Alright, just going to get regular paintbrush. Alright, so again, we're just picking just the regular soft round paintbrush is what you need. And then you can close that out. And then you can start painting your box the blue color. And you don't have to worry with going out of it. And you can make your brush size bigger if you'd like to paint faster. You could also get the paint bucket and just paint this in there as well. So you could just use the paintbrush, or you could take the bucket and paint it and just click on it and paint it as well. So either one will work. Okay, so file save, or Control S. If you like shortcuts, Control S saves as well. Alright, we're going to go over here and get the polygonal lasso tool. And then you're going to come to zoom in more. Again, Z will zoom you in. And then I'm just going to redraw that. Okay. So, redraw that. And then you're just going to hit the delete key on your keyboard, and it's going to delete that out, and then Control D to deselect. And you can see that it left a little bit, so I'd want to go back and get that part. If that happened to you, you'll go back and get that part out again. So I'm going to use the eraser tool instead of using, you could use the polygonal lasso again to do that. There's several different ways you could do it. I'm just going to take the eraser tool though. Now you have to be careful that you don't get your box. And then I'm going to zoom in a little. And go back and get my eraser. Make sure that's gone. Okay. And then Z Alt will zoom us back out, or you can click fit to screen, and you have made the little cut in your ribbon. Now we're going to add your name here just for showing you how to do text. So if you go click on the T tool and you click here, you can go up to the top, change it to 32 so you can type it in. I'm not really going to mess with that for now. If you would like it italic, and pick a font, it doesn't matter which font you pick, and type your name. And depending on what font you picked, you may have to make your text a little smaller. Okay, so then once you click on it, you see how this is typing, but when you get the little arrow, that's the navigation, and you can move it on there and sit it in there. And then what we want to do is we want to change the color. So highlight it, go get the eyedropper. If you would like to make it the same color as the happy birthday, use the eyedropper to click on that. Okay, highlight it and then go get the eyedropper and click on it, and it will change your text color. If you want it to make it a different color, go get the eyedropper, click on a different color, click T, highlight it, and change the color. Okay? I'm just going to leave mine yellow, but that's how you change your color, changing your text, your size. If you want to mess around with the sharpness, the crispiness of it, you can. Okay, you can also go over here, and there is small thumbnails and small lists. So if you'd rather see the names of the colors, then you can do it that way. I like the small thumbnails, but again, this is how you would change your list of colors if you'd like to do that. All right, another thing is if you could have, we could have added some rulers to help you draw this on. So you could have gone and measured out like 0.75 using your ruler. Dragging from the left, you can add rulers to help you draw. And then H, Control H hides them, Control H brings them back. Okay, so when you're drawing things, it may be helpful for you to add some margins or some rulers. Okay, now we're just gonna save, Control S or File Save, which I've already saved it, so it's grayed out. Okay, so one thing to point out is I put the name banner on a separate one than the name. So that way if you wanted to take one of those off, you could. In the tutorial, they just have the banner and the text together. So if you wanted, you have to take the whole thing off and do it again. So I like to have everything separate so you can turn them on and off, or if you mess up, you can just delete one layer and start over without having like 3 or 4 things on an individual layer. And we will talk about that more in class.